This is the NBA on NBC.
Like Mike in this motherfucker.
The 1996 NBA Finals.
Huh? What it say?
Go, sucker free.
Deep in the game, I'm paid in full, bitch. Getting that game like I'm a menace, bitch. 9-3, but I'm winning like I'm 9-6. 4-5, dump on niggas like I'm Scott.
On the winning team, I ain't even have to score much. Couldn't beat us on your best day, with my worst luck. I knew that I would be the man when they was selling double ups. Hand motion in the pot look like you playing double dutch.
Nigga, everybody dying, no lying. From the jungle when you just the prey of a lion. The survival of the illest, nigga, we the illest. Even your baby mama tried to tell you what to give. Got a bitch who Section 8, yeah, I'm hood rich. And versatile, got a bitch that on her own shit. I don't need your big homie, got my own shit. 4, 5, 6, dead nigga, roll trips.
You ever seen a custody take a hit and start shaking up? I make your weekly profit around the time I be waking up. Work so strong, wear a mask when I cut it up. 91 grams left, I'm really on a money hunt.
Niggas making up, these fuck niggas breaking up. Every time I turn around, these faggot niggas making up. Money, tennis, money, always keep a nigga running up. Dark clouds, but the sunny side got me caking up. Yeah, I'm from the jungle, so it's hard to be civilized. Death to your favorite rapper will be televised. Don't be surprised when you've been advised. Come out your face and catch a bullet in between your eyes.
My man need 100, how much left? Oh yeah, 91. Give him 86, make it stretch with the dummy dumb. Most likely he'll take it, long as it can make his gums numb. I remix the pack and send it back like we can't get it done.
Michael Jordan comeback. 96 points. Checking it out. We are just under 87, 75. We're in the final second. The Chicago Bulls have won the 95-96 NBA championship.
What's going on, y'all? Little smoke in this bitch, man. Just a little bit. So we get to the Bud presser and Canelo, Bud and Canelo presser. Pretty good. I hear a few things from, I've been hearing people, and I can already see what, listen, that stare down don't mean shit right about now, man. That's two dogs in there that I really can't tell what's gonna happen until you let them loose on each other. Our money was good. I can't really tell what's gonna happen until, you know what I'm saying, they actually get in the ring. Training and how they looking and all of that, that shit would matter if it was somebody else. But the fact that they're fighting each other and they're both taking it seriously. And it's a lot harder to be the guy your size than it is to, you know, somebody maybe a little bit tall, you got an advantage or something. But when y'all are pretty much equal, as we're looking at in every single way, pretty much height. Somebody may have the advantage here, somebody may have advantage there, but I mean, I do have Bud Crawford for this fight, but it's not by much. 51-49. Canelo's a different breed. You ain't about to hear me come up here and say that he not. And he's got a granite chin. He's been at the weight class long enough. He hasn't fought a lot of big punches at 68. That's definite. But he's been in the weight class longer than most. So Bud did do the smart thing by sitting out a whole year and gaining that weight the right way. The link's at the top, ain't it? Oh no, it's not. I'm sorry. Oh, it's sitting right here. Now I thought I dropped it. Yeah. So I really don't have any and I don't nothing sways or rock the boat for me with the stare downs. They both show respect to each other, but they both let each other know they come in to fight. They don't gotta sell no bullshit. This fight gonna sell itself. It's a big enough fight. But you can damn sure rest assured that it's gonna be some silly billies about to make it a race war. But I just see a great fight between two fighters. CJ was good.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, champ. Hey, I'm tapping in. What? It's Friday. Happy Friday, homie. I mean,
Yeah,
having a celebration.
I'm
Like
waiting on
like Bone Thug
AC.
said, we having a celebration. I'm chilling, man. I'm in a good mood.
I'm waiting.
Glad to chop up this
He said
boxing with you.
AC said he got an appetite for smoke like Abdullah Mason. So I'm waiting.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm with it. I'm with it. But yeah, you hit the nail on the head as far as the race fans. That's gonna be the narrative. The main narrative, at least on the internet, you feel me, on these channels. It's gonna be all about that. But just looking objectively, you said 51 Bud, 49. That's tight. That's tight. And you bring up the size as the most glaring reason why you have it so close. Is that right?
well, he's been at 68 long enough to
Yes.
be undisputed.
Established at that comfortable at that weight class. And I
But
feel you.
Bud did wait a whole year to build his body mass up. And I know he's
Which
been
is smart. Yeah, you mentioned that. I heard you say that. Yeah.
so that's why
I feel it.
it's Canelo can fight. I get that he's been fighting a certain type of way for certain fighters, but he can fight. But he gonna have to go deep into that tool chest that he got for Bud. He just gonna have
Let me
to.
tell you this. Let me say this. Uh Respect. I mean, I talk shit sometimes, but that's more based on his fans. But as a fighter himself, respect to Canelo. I gotta respect what he's done. He established himself, taking a lot of big fights over the years. But sometimes we get too caught up in reputation and view it through that lens. And I think that's the mistake people are making here. We got to look at where each fighter is at right now. And I would say Bud is closer to his prime than Canelo is to his. I'm taking that into account. And also with regard to the weight, and I know that Canelo just went through a camp, had to weigh in. But, Bud is taller. That don't got nothing to do with training, no.
Man,
And he looked a little bigger than him, even though he didn't go through camp at that time
at
when they
that
got face to
they look
face.
the same,
Bud
bro.
was bigger.
They look the same
So
at the presser. They look the same at the presser, bro. Same
okay,
height.
fair enough. I haven't seen that yet, so I gotta school myself. So gotta do a little more research, dig deep. But yeah, I remember in the ring they look about the same size, but Bud was taller. But yeah, man, I think personally, fighting closer to your walk around weight is just naturally more healthy. So if Canelo rather been at 168 for a minute, he's probably walking around almost 190 at this point. Even though he's short, he's stocky like that. He just built like that. So he's gonna have to drain himself. Whereas Bud, he could focus strictly on the boxing and preparing for his opponent rather than having a weight camp. But that's where I'm at with it, and that's why I put a rack on it. And I got another rack for anybody who want to step up. No cap.
I ain't man, listen. First of all, Bud was gonna have to go up to probably about 180, 185.
Word.
Just sit and be comfortable at that weight. Get comfortable at that weight.
I'll say 180. I wouldn't go as far as 185 because he's just a small frame dude. I'm kind of built the same way. So
Actually, when I seen him when he didn't have a fight and he's short, but he does have he has broad shoulders.
okay.
That can fill in easily if you know what I'm saying. If you do it the right way.
I
He
feel
can
what
do
you're saying.
that shit with muscle and not too much fat, but he had to eat a lot of protein.
Exactly.
He had to eat a lot of protein. So, and I know he been sparring light heavyweights and super middleweights, but just for the, I guess for the callous of it, because Canelo gonna be punching. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they ain't gonna.
Well, hold on. He's much more selective nowadays than he used to be. He don't got that output. I look at the numbers, but just on the eye test, he don't got the output he used to have.
See, that's the thing though. Less output, more power punches. When he actually,
Oh, okay, that's what you mean by punching.
he punching.
Okay,
Trying
fair
to,
enough. Yeah.
everything that he lands on you, he gonna be trying to hurt. Doesn't matter where it lands at. Shoulder,
Word.
you know what I'm saying? Elbow, thigh. He's swinging like ha! every goddamn time.
It's like hi.
You hear him,
I feel it.
ha! You hear him every time he throw the goddamn punch. So he trying to
Right.
but Bud gonna be elusive, back and forth, in and out, round and round.
In and out, exactly. That's the game plan. There you go, Trent.
It's gonna be a chess match, bro.
Word.
It's gonna be a chess match. Like that's what I got it 51-49, Bud. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm
Well,
like,
you planning on put? I know you haven't yet, to my understanding, but you planning to put any bread on it just for fun? I'm talking like anything, like $5, just for fun, just to make it a little more spicy. You feel me?
I may bet. I ain't seen him live in a minute, but I may bet my guy, Black and Brown. I may bet some of my cause we cool over there. I may go over there and bet some of my vatos and say, 20 heads. You know what I'm saying? Cause we know what they know what's up, man. They know what's up. You know what I'm
Real
saying?
shit though.
Fan, but they know, like, listen, let's be real. When we start talking about, let's get real. Fuck all the bullshit. That little redhead Mexican boy got a granite chin. He can fight. He can slip. He got footwork. He can fight. He's he's established as the bigger guy. But it's
I think
something about
go ahead.
Bud Crawford, man. It's something about Bud Crawford, man. I've been a Bud fan since he whooped Gamboa. Because I'm be real with you, when he fought Gamboa, I was like, why they gonna do that to this damn black guy like that? They look like a strong black man right there. Why they putting him? Gamboa was seen as God. You know what I'm saying? He was the guy. So I'm like, dude. And then in the first couple rounds, it looked like he was about to get Bud, and then he caught his time. Oh fuck! So down goes Gamboa. What the fuck did happen? Since then, and I was like, when he moved to 140, I said, yo, and then I was talking to somebody. I said, he going to 47? He said, yeah. I said, I don't think Earl can beat him. That's the only one I don't think Earl can beat. He too small. That was before.
No, but you was relying on the eye test and a measure of skills. I feel that. And before I let Boom tap in, let me say this real quick. You say Canelo is slippery. I think he used to be, but each fight it seemed like his shoes get filled with more cement. He ain't moving. Yeah, he moving that torso, but his footwork is just lackluster. It's getting worse and worse. That's where I'm at with it.
I don't count the William Skull fight because if I got to damn run and punch you, that ain't what the fuck we supposed to be doing, bro. You
cut the ring off is basic. Man, Norman Sr. just said it. Cutting the ring off is basic.
He ain't never had nobody run like that.
I feel you, but I blame both of them. I can't just put it all on Skull either because you gotta adjust.
Somebody like that, watch how mad he be. He gonna take it back. There's no way. It's a big ring, and this motherfucker is running from corner to corner like a motherfucker. Whenever you get close, whenever you hit him with something, he throw two little beep, beep, and pew. Like, nigga, you Speedy Gonzalez, you the road running this motherfucker, bro. Stand there and fight, my nigga. Fight a little bit.
I guess fight a little bit. You're in a boxing match. Fight a little bit.
You got 36 minutes of fight. Every round is 3 minutes. Can you give me 10 seconds here or there of standing there and actually fighting? You didn't fight at all. So I knew, I'm watching the fight and I'm seeing how I'm like, yo, about round 5, I'm saying, Canelo gonna win a unanimous decision on this shit. This nigga gonna lose the fight on running. There's 4 ways for you to win a fight. 4 ways. Homie was doing none of them.
Okay.
None of them. He wasn't doing none of them.
Yo, let me say this real quick. Let me counter you with this. A story from my 20s. Like this before it was with the ex-wife, but before we was married, when we was just like right before the engagement. You feel me? Went out to the club. We both got drunk and shit. Obviously, in the 20s. But she came back with an attitude. You feel me? So she thought it was some 1990s like Al Bundy shit. Like I was just gonna sleep on the couch because she was pissed off. I slept down in the bed and I was comfortable. She's like, "You just gonna lay there like nothing happened?" I said, "Bitch." Hey, I said, "You the one that's mad. I'm cool. You adjust. You adjust if you wanna. You feel me?" So I say that to say Canelo should have adjusted. You got to adjust to the situation. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I want to do.
You said it's the ex, right?
The ex-wife, yes.
And you can adjust as much as you try and can, but when another motherfucker has checked out, you is basically that's a corpse.
Yeah, I guess I was the same position she was in because I wasn't moving. I wasn't doing shit.
You're chasing a ghost, trying to goddamn make something with somebody. You're chasing a ghost. It ain't there no more. That motherfucker has checked out. He is not trying to goddamn get hit with nothing you throwing. I watched that fight twice. That motherfucker was literally the shit they tried to put on Floyd. He was literally doing that shit. I knew he was gonna lose that fight. You know he's gonna lose that motherfucking fight.
He didn't give a fuck. He was on that Berlinga type of time. He just wanted to survive, right?
Berlinga actually fought.
No, that's true. But overall, his approach was like, I already got the check. Fuck it. I'm not gonna take no damage. Why get knocked out? All right, I know I can't beat this dude, so I might as well just run around the ring, survive, and that's it. But no, you're right. Berlinga did fight. I'll give him that.
Berlinga fought. He was trying to get some get back from the drop, and he was talking shit. Skull was just smiling and running. Come on, bro.
Real shit though.
You can't do that. I knew you gonna lose that fight. It was a unanimous decision you lost by far.
Hey Pop, you ever seen Half Baked?
Yeah.
Yeah, Scarface, Cuban B from Half Baked had more fight in him than fucking William Skull.
William Skull. Bro, listen. Nobody's gonna pay him to fight. If they do,
I guess
they're gonna pay.
And maybe he knew that going in. Not to cut you off, but maybe he knew that going in. So he was like, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna beat this dude. So I'm not gonna get another big payday. I don't want to take no damage. I'm not encouraging it at all. I'm just trying to get, in this mindset.
You will get another big payday if you go in there and look halfway
and thug it out.
Or at
maybe
least try to look like you fighting against the #1 fighter basically in the world.
Maybe, but he's from Cuba. They've been living under you call it communism until very recently. So maybe he was like, "Fuck it, I'm just trying to put my mama on." I'm playing devil's advocate again. I don't condone it. I'm just trying to understand.
No. Laura been getting good paydays, rigging that. I ain't trying to hear that shit. No. He a fucking Cuban nat, but the nigga, we thought it was from the UK. So don't even try that shit. Nope.
Hey, fair enough.
Nope.
Hey, what's going on, Boom? We've been chopping heavy. What's up with you?
He doing something right now. He running it up. He gonna pull up in a check. But when it come to the presser and all this other shit, Bud already started early. I don't know if you subscribe to his new channel, but he vlogging and everything. So shit gonna start getting real. So I'm already on it.
I need to be on it.
The opponent, bro. I've been fucking with Canelo since he signed his first Under Armour deal. Commercial. So these are two of my, fighters that I know. I'm older, so it's like when I look at it, I don't look at it as, I'm just on this side, or I'm just on that side. No, I'm looking at it. Yeah, Canelo got a little bit more wear and tear on his body, on his knees and everything.
Most definitely.
More surgeries, but Bud is the older fighter.
Chronologically, but again, it matters what you're doing in the ring. You said it. You said it. Wear and tear.
That shit bring everything I'm saying. Bring it back to being even. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Canelo had 60-something fights, but a lot of them cakewalks that we can go look up right now in Mexico and some of the damn tomato cans that he fought is, you know what I'm saying? Like they ended up with 3-29 records. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas was
Well, okay. No, I hear what you're saying, but let me ask you this: you feel I'm being biased by
no,
going so hard for Bud?
no,
Okay,
maybe a little
fair
bit,
enough.
maybe a little bit,
maybe.
maybe a little bit. But I'm just saying, like you gotta recognize this. Like no matter if you think Canelo ducked whoever you think he ducked, that motherfucker can fight. He has fought some warriors. We know he got a granite chin. We know he can box. And here's the thing. It's been a long time since he fought somebody that he didn't. He
Like he wasn't the heavy favorite, basically.
not that.
Been a long time since that.
Like some of them, like a lot of guys he don't fought. They was bigger than him, so Canelo could get underneath them.
Understood.
He's not gonna be able to get underneath Bud like that.
Oh, you're right. I call it tricky dance moves. He hasn't fought someone as skilled as that in 15 years. Whenever that was before. In a different way. But
I'll say this. Caleb is on that skill level, but he was on the fan level with it. He ain't I ain't gonna be asking Canelo, I'm a pretty good fighter. He couldn't do. That's the worst thing he's ever done.
I understand what you're saying. That mindset, he already he put himself below him, mentally going in. I understand. Yeah.
Hey, look. There's the grown version of Abdullah Mason. He has an appetite for smoke. AC.
What's good, bro?
Yo.
What you talking about?
Man, listen, bro. This first press presser was fire to me. I ain't got no issues with it. I like the little subtle shit talking they do. I like the fact that Bud told them, listen, them shits is coming with me and there ain't nothing you can do about it. I was like, that shit is gangster. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, I gotta go watch this shit. Go ahead.
Turk was on his shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, listen, next time you ask me a question, make sure you ask me in English. I have a lot of international press here. I was like, yo, everybody on it. You feel what I'm saying? He was like, yo, listen, next time sit me here. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, it was a lot said, man. It was a lot said and some pushback. To me it was excellent. Not too long, not too short. It was just the perfect amount of time.
Okay. So what? We 2.5 months out?
I'm not sure. I think so.
That sounds about right. I don't know the date, but I know it's September. Yes. Okay. Shit, I'm ready for July. It's summertime. It's feeling like it. I'm in a good mood, champion. It sounds like you in a good mood too, AC. You got a little pep in your step. What's up with you?
No, I've been in a good mood. Like basically, this whole week of boxing and shit like that was thrilling to me. I got some closure and some new paths of looking at young fighters. I tried to put what's the name and I'm on to Keith Cologne, but I guess he's still too green for some people and shit like that. But he's another young super dynamite fighter fighting out of New Jersey. For the Shakur fans, he's supposed to be coming out of their camp and shit like that. So I look forward to seeing what he got to bring. As far as this fight is concerned, it just makes me happy to see, two fighters at that level, really talk that level of shit talking. It's not, oh, you a bitch and fuck you, I'm about to fuck you up. It's just more like, hey, listen, you know what it is. I know what it is. When they was both like, I see you. No, I see you. No, I see you. I was like, yeah, that's what's up. They know what time it is.
No, that's real. Damn, you Make me feel like I missed out. You hyping up the press
Yeah,
conference,
you
like
did. You
I gotta
did.
go see it.
You did. You did. You ain't see it. You missed out. No bullshit.
And where we at? The zone? Where is it at?
Nah, it's on what I was saying before.
You can catch it on Fight Hub, the Zone, Match Room. No, probably Rider Season.
Yeah, I watched it on the
Okay.
Zone. You could also catch the interview on the Ring Magazine joint and probably Turk's joint.
Damn, I'm surprised I missed that because I'm subscribed to most of that shit. But okay, I'm a peep.
I definitely had to tap in and go check it out. Yeah, I mean, it was grown folk shit talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real like more technical. Like yeah.
I mean,
You
it
gonna
wasn't
see
like
that chess. Like whoever said it earlier, it's gonna be a chess match. You know,
it's
you
gonna be
see my
first place.
pieces, you see my
I mean,
strategy.
like
We're gonna go.
Jamel was on some old thank God you let me fight you type shit. And Bud,
I hate that attitude, and Bud is not on that type of time. So I hate when they make that comparison. Not to cut you off, Champ, but people always say, "Oh well, Jamel, people was highly regarded, and he moved up a couple weight classes. He just ran. He wouldn't even engage. Bud is wired different. They don't understand that. That's the part I'm relying on. Just
nah,
wired different. His mentality is not going to allow him to go in there and lay down. And if he does go out, which I don't see, he's gonna go out on the shield, just like I would, like a real one.
nah. They understand that. They know he's definitely a different fucking breed. It's not a doubt. That's why it went from 5-1 to 2-1.
Word.
And depending on how
5-1. I would have loved them odds. Yeah, I just did bet motherfucker straight up.
Training camp, depending how they looking through training camp, it may go even the same. Because
It'll get closer, right? It'll be like I see it on fight night it being like a Canelo minus 150, but plus 200, something like that.
Listen,
when you got people like that when you talk about that skull shit, they're gonna try to use that.
yeah, they're gonna try to use Avenesian and Skull constantly.
Of course.
That was the main takeaway. It wasn't about two weights. It wasn't about technical skill. It was all about Tom and Jerry type fights. And Bud just having to correct people like, look, man, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to fight nobody.
Word, real shit.
Yeah,
I'm the master. You watch me work. You pay to watch me work. Fuck.
I don't run. I'm gonna get the job done, and I don't run. And he just put it like, so hopefully moving forward, whatever presses, that bullshit don't come up no more. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's a bullshit argument. You talking? I've never seen a situation to where someone said Bud was running.
Factorial.
I've never seen that situation to where they were saying Canelo was running. So at the end of the day,
that's real.
He, that whole talking point is irrelevant when it comes down to these two fighters. It's also, that's just where I'm gonna land it. It's like it doesn't apply to these two guys. So keep that talking point off the table.
Word. Boxing fans just get caught up in whatever's the wave. Oh well, Turkey said no more running, and we're going to assume that the smaller, quote unquote, smaller fighter will run. No, that's not how he's wired. That's not how you never seen him do that. Just like to your point, to underline your point. Yeah. That's
so
not him.
They basically like, so how are you going to fix it? And the Turk talking about, he's not like, look, ring size and none of that don't matter. I'm dealing with these two great legendary fighters. That's not something I expect. But moving forward, I'm letting them other guys know that I'm not tolerating that shit. I don't.
That's how I would read it.
You feel what I'm saying? That's my takeaway of what.
What other guys? Say the name.
Name them names, baby. That's my favorite quote. Name them names. I know who you're gonna say. Let's go.
Guys who have those type of reputations. William Skull. I don't know if he ever gets a chance. But you're talking about Devin Haney, a possible Shakur Stevenson, and anyone else who may have accumulated that label of running or being a runner or whatever.
Okay, I mean you stood on it exactly.
He's not.
Those are two names that came to my mind. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he's
I'll let you
he's
land.
not tolerating smaller rings or nothing like
Press
that.
away when it gets hard.
Hold on.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, bro, I'm just like, yo, I'm happy, people are putting clarity and making definitive statements about that, the running thing and the weight thing is not an issue and all of that other stuff, and all of those bullshit dumbass talking points are pretty much squashed in this first presser. That's why I think I enjoyed it so much, because they answered things directly, like, nah, this ain't it, this is it.
I'm
Oh,
waiting
that's
for
real.
Boone to come up so I can before I go on to the
Blue.
next. Yeah, waiting
Okay.
for Boone. Nah, he getting his baby girl ready so he'll be able to actually talk because he just had a little girl, so we all know how that goes.
Yeah.
Oh wow. How old?
I
I'm gonna
said he
ask him.
just had her. He
What's
just
that?
had her. He
Just had it. Oh shit.
yeah,
Wow.
like it's in the monthly stages. Ain't a year yet. Word.
Shout out to him.
But
Congrats.
I was definitely, I'm gonna say this, I was
How'd you feel
definitely.
about the face off though? How did you because well CJ you ain't see it. How'd you feel about the face off? Like just in general, just the face off. And I don't care who turned away first. I seen guys turn away first and knock the other motherfucker out who was
Yeah, early.
so
So that
that shit
turning
don't
away
mean nothing to
first.
me.
Yeah.
What I appreciate about the face off is the level of respect that's there. To whereas when people really look, you're not seeing no significant size difference in either fighter. They both look to be
They
about the
even.
same
It's an
size.
even match fight.
Yeah, they both look to be about the same size. So all of that, there's weight classes for a reason, and size and no, bro. But whatever Bud doing, he doing it properly. He doing it, to where he's gonna retain his power, and
He
he's
took a year. He took a year to do that.
yeah, and that's how you're supposed to do it if you're gonna do it. Like if you really gonna do it scientifically and strategically to give yourself the best chances of winning, you can go up, 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 and do each fight. But when you truly take the time to put on that weight, because to put on the weight for a boxer, I don't think is gonna be hard, especially when the guy is already telling you he's walking around almost at 180 pounds. So with that being said, um, to put on what, six extra pounds, 10 extra pounds, ain't gonna be that hard. And now all you
Okay.
have to do is maintain that size and get acclimated to walking around that size. So when the cut happens, your rehydration bounce back is what it is. You don't feel lethargic.
Minimal. Exactly. That's the point I was making earlier before you hopped on, AC, because the closer, in my opinion, closer you are to your walk around weight, it's like a less of an adjustment. So you're just gonna feel like yourself. You're gonna feel more like yourself on fight night. You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So so I ain't got no issue. I ain't got no issues. None.
AC, you getting high? You getting high like Pop? You smoking?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Let's go. I'm about to fire one up.
I'm still on this Father's Day pack.
What up, Boone?
Man, what's good? What's good with the fellas, man? How we doing?
It's
What's
good, bro.
poppin'?
Man, it's popping for sure. Team Crawford about to take another one. We about to have another victim, man. But I just want to make this short and sweet because I haven't watched the presser, so I don't want to do too much on the topic just because I haven't, been able to really pay attention yet. I love Bud vlogs though. I like that. That's kind of different and new. The next thing I like though is just the competitive nature in this fight where there ain't no beef, where there ain't no shit talk, where there ain't no he's a bitch ass, hoe ass, this ass nigga. It's literally just a respectful, grounded fight, and that's what I like. It's just a competitive nature, and so
Yeah.
for the real fighters like me and the ones who pay attention, Big J. Uh, my gym pretty much is what I'm saying. I don't know about the other niggas, but for my gym especially, we about to learn a lot from both sides of the fighters, but we about to really see, Bud turn up and do his thing. The face off, as I'm scrolling through my feed and stuff, I come across it, and I can't give this fight an eye test. I can't do all that goofy shit right now with this fight. Like any other fight, I would do some goofy shit, say some goofy shit, but with this fight and just the nature of this fight, bro. I'm just excited to see this. This is for me. I don't care about what people are saying or the negative side or you know what I mean. I don't care about no takeaways or nothing. I'm just excited to see boxing at the highest fucking level, and that is the best of the best. This is the best of the best right here. This is way better than Jake Paul versus somebody for a check. You know what I'm saying? Like this is learning. Like we're gonna be able to learn something for real, man. And I just can't wait to watch this one, man. This is big. This is big. But right now, for me, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I'm not getting all excited and you know what I mean. For right now, I'm just waiting for the night of that fight and yeah, bro, that whole day when that fight comes, September 13th, I ain't talking to nobody or bothering nobody. I'm literally getting my pencil, I'm getting my notepad, I'm getting my pen, and I'm getting my notebook, and I'm taking that amount of notes for this fight. I'm just gonna be writing down and soaking up every fucking thing that I can, man. So
Well,
Hey,
I'm
Trey,
gonna
Trey,
say
I
this,
hear
right?
exactly what you're saying. I'm looking forward to, yeah, just a battle of skills, a battle of wits. You know, we're gonna see like poetry in the ring. But all that said, put a rack on it, man. Put a rack
I,
on
I'm gonna say
it.
I'm gonna
I'm
say
just
it
fucking
like
with you.
this.
I'm just fucking with
I
Uh,
know, I know, I
for
know.
me, my perspective of whenever I'm on one of these jump offs, I'm always gonna come at it from, I would say, the educated fan uh, aspect of it. For me, I'm just taking what I see on face value. I'm not a fighter. Um, for a fighter, they're gonna view this fight way different than me. They're gonna look at nuances that I'm not looking at. You feel what I'm saying? Um, so I expect everyone who's a fighter to have an outlook very similar to Boone's, because no fighter that I've really heard talk about this fight is saying anything that I would hear from a fan who's watching this fight, whether you're a content creator fan or you're just a diehard fan of boxing. It's just two different avenues we're going to view this fight on, and two different lenses. For me, myself, I like the nuances of stuff like that because it's the visual for me. Boom, you more technical. You want to see the stuff once they get in the ring, training regimens and how they hit in the bag. I want to see that, but that to me is more flash. If it's got the music and there's some real thunderous sound effects with it, that's what attracts me as the fan of the sport. You feel what I'm saying? For the fighters, they're gonna be looking at how the person is throwing their punches. Are you sitting on them shits? Are you getting a good whip and torque behind those punches and shit like that? I think most of the fighters will be looking at shit like that. But for me, I'm just with the visuals. Give me the pressers. Give me the little things where they're showing the fighters while they're training, and then you see them in a park or some other shit like that playing ball or talking to their people sitting down playing video games. All of those visuals stimulate me as a fan.
For
So
sure, for sure.
you. Okay.
I definitely agree with AC, man. I definitely agree with him on that. Just because, man, I'm looking at IQ, technique, footwork, the basis of the punches, how if who's pouring the milk the most. You know what I mean? I'm looking for the bad and the good. I'm not just looking for all the good shit. I'm looking for the bad shit too. I want to know and see everything about this fight, man. Like I don't really care about all these reports and all these fake updates and all this dumb shit that these fake pages is making. I just care about what Ring Magazine is posting, what Bud is vlogging, and then what we talking about, man. For real, bro. This fight is big to me. So it's bigger than what all the casuals and all them dumbasses is saying, for real, for real. So I
Real
highly
shit.
agree with AC, man. And what up, my guy CJ? What's up, bro?
What's up with it? I'm back in the building, chilling.
Man, it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute. How you doing, man? How your family doing? How you doing mentally? You all well?
Yo, I appreciate you asking. I mean, we still in the game, right? I
Heck
just visited
yeah.
Mama last night. We had a good visit last night, so I'm gonna just keep it at that. But
That's good,
yeah,
bro.
man, we cool, we cool.
I'm happy to
Thank,
hear that, bro.
thank
You
you
know
for
I care
asking,
about
homie.
For sure, bro. You know I care about my guys and my niggas, man. Everybody who with me and everybody who support me or on my team, I fuck with y'all heavy, so I'll make sure I check up on my people. So,
Hell
what's
yeah,
up, A?
that's real.
Ready
Salute.
to debate?
What's that?
I was talking to AC. I said, is he ready to
Oh,
debate, man? I'm ready to
Oh man,
uh
debate,
yeah.
oh.
man.
Debate
Shit.
what? What we got? We got a hot topic.
Man, we got
They
a
they
hot
have
topic.
listen. They haven't spoke since we was up here before the Brian Norman, Jan Sasaki.
Now we spoke. I spoke to both.
Oh, I ain't know. I
Yep.
ain't
We
know.
spoke.
Yeah,
We
last
passed
night
that. We
when we was
passed that.
on
We got a
when
new
we
hot
was on
topic.
Boots joint.
Yep, we got a new hot topic. So, hey,
Listen,
man,
oh yeah, I'm
let's
clueless. Go ahead.
so let's landscape this 54 division for anything. So let's just debate on this 54 division. So they got Zayas at that WBO. They got Fundora and Zoo for that WBC. Brockham got that IBF. And
Mm-hmm.
then who got that WBA?
Bud,
Tellez? Oh,
Bud.
Bud. Okay, Bud. That's right. My bad. That's right. But after this, but as of this fight, that that belt will be gone.
Yeah. So
Correct. So
what's being stated is Boots is supposed to be reaching out to
elevated.
Yoenis Tellus for
No. Win the belt in the ring. I'm sorry to cut y'all off, but I'd rather see it won in the ring. Don't elevate nobody. Y'all got it.
You're right. Okay, I thought maybe they would elevate somebody or they would do something.
not.
Who's the kingpin? Because we know the kingpins of the other divisions. Who's the kingpin of that 54 division? And we can't say Boots because he hasn't had a fight yet. So
I don't think
who?
nobody because that to me 54 is musical chairs. I
Uh-huh.
think each one
Word.
of these guys could beat each other. If they
Right.
all
Facts.
truly mix it up, they all could beat each other. There's all a possibility, and it's just
Everybody gonna take a L. I'm with you,
yeah,
AC. Everyone
exactly.
would take a loss in a round robin type of tournament. Yes,
Exactly,
I agree.
because Fundora already has his loss. Johannes Tellus is nice, but I haven't seen him against that level yet. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? Mortaliev, he's probably the nicest and the most dangerous, but we haven't
He is.
seen him
Hey,
yet
he is.
against a
I
really
won't lie.
skilled boxer.
I won't lie. He is a little eye opener. Like he is he's an eye catcher for sure. More
Yeah,
Italian.
like for me, I
Yeah.
would want to see more Taliev versus Fundora to see if he could get around Fundora's height, his reach. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not looking at Fundora like he's the most skilled there. You feel what I'm saying? As far as skill level of everybody that's there, again, I might be leaning more towards Bakaram number one, maybe a toss up, maybe Sebastian Fundora number two, and give Yoenis Tellus the
There go
number
my
three.
Pisces brother in the building. Goose, what up? What up, big bro?
Man, I can't call it, man. I can't call. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I
Call
can.
that motherfucker, nigga. Don't say you can't call it when you can make the call, nigga. Don't do that.
Oh no, you know what? You know I was on some bullshit when I just said it. I'm gonna let AC cook because y'all know I got my cooking apron on. I'm going on everybody's platform today and let me cook. So just give me mine when I'm ready. So AC land your plane because I'm ready to take the fuck
My
off.
plane is landed, bro. It's hard for me to call what's going on at 54 because it's round robin. Everybody, any one of them guys could lose on any given day.
At 54? Okay, so Goose
But
just jumped in on
Bakaram
this
is
one.
my number one guy at 54.
Goose just jumped in on this one, right? So I'm gonna be petty, right? I'm gonna go with the champion in recess since
Ooh.
he never actually lost any of the belts
Yeah.
to anybody.
Fuck him.
It is
That's
what it
spicy,
is.
champ. That's a spicy take. No, you can't go
Fuck
with
him.
inactivity. You put inactivity over
Right.
everybody
That's what
else.
I'm saying.
That's
Fuck
really out
him.
here mixing it
Fuck
up.
him.
Come
But
on, champ.
he is technically the best guy at
Nigga,
54
fuck
right
him.
now.
Who?
He
Hell nah.
Fuck
cleaned up
him,
that
bro.
division.
Who?
I'm on
He
some
cleaned
boom
it
boom.
up and
I'm on
cleaned it
some
out.
boom boom
Mel.
shit with that one. Fuck him.
Who you
Fuck
talking
him, nigga.
about?
You know it's
Who?
BNB. He a BNB enemy. He's a BNB enemy. It's fuck.
Who?
It's always fuck a Charlo right
Mel
now,
Charlo.
nigga.
Oh wow,
Jamal,
yeah, bro.
Jamal, he cool. Jamil, fuck Jamil right now, bro.
They don't
Nothing
want
Nigga,
him.
I
going
didn't
on.
ask you about your personal opinion.
I don't give a fuck.
I asked you, like, and matter of fact, I didn't even ask you. I just said what I felt like. Who
Well, we're
is
telling you,
at
nigga,
54? At
it's fuck Jamal
54,
right now. It's fuck
at
Jamil.
54, at,
He's like,
at
wow.
54.
It's fuck
Listen,
Jamil.
hold on, wait. Before you got up here, CJ didn't know, AC didn't know, Boom didn't know. Everything was, a toss up, right? So since all of a sudden, I don't know where it came from. He the champion in recess. He wasn't champion in recess a month ago, 2 months ago.
No, he been
3
champion in
months ago.
recess. He been champion in recess, fam.
No, he was not when I was up there checking. His name was not fucking up there.
No. Okay, yeah, okay. Hold on. You're right. They didn't put it on the books. You're right, but he's
on the books. He wasn't on there.
But he was on there.
All of a sudden, he championed in recess.
No, it was in asterisks.
He wasn't in asterisk or nothing, bro. Bro, listen. We've been running this shit for a minute, Goop.
He was champion in recess. Just trust me. You know how
I don't
PBC.
care what they said he was.
You know how PBC do this shit. See, why you going off, bro? This is a PBC thing, bro.
AC. AC acting like he don't hear me now.
Right, you talking to the goose.
I'm now talking to just, all right, cool. I've been, you know what, man? I gotta go back to some old shows when I was running it and checking the shit. That nigga
I'm here. I'm letting y'all cook. Go ahead.
That nigga name was not there. All of a sudden, his brother fighting. So I guess now they gotta have a fight for him too. And boop, champion in recess.
Yeah. So why don't Boots or Earl or one of them go fight the champion in recess? Let me go there.
That's not the question. The question was, who's the king at 54?
Ain't no king.
We had to pick one.
Ain't no king.
I picked one.
Who's your king?
It ain't no king. He right.
I told you he didn't get whipped for any of his belts. He got stripped. But for some reason,
No, don't give him that. He ran, nigga. Me personally, he ran because simple fact of the matter is, nigga. Soon as you said I'm about to fight Canelo, I don't know what he's talking about. Nah, nigga, you know what the deal was, nigga. After Canelo, you was supposed to come back down, nigga. You know it was supposed to be matching him off, nigga. It was supposed to be
so personal with this shit.
No,
we're not being personal.
No. Time out, fam. No. It ain't about being personal. It's keeping it 1,000 on this one.
Okay, so hold on.
No. After Canelo, who did you champion recess fight? Who did you hear your champion recess call out? What have you seen your champion recess do, fam?
I ain't seen him do shit. You just asked.
So why we gonna give a man of inactivity?
I think he can beat Fundora.
Nigga, we don't know what he can do right now after months of Hennessy.
I think he can beat Fundora.
We don't know what he can do with months of Hennessy right now.
You asked me what I think, because if he gonna stay at 54,
I wish I had my camera up, fam, so I can show you the face I'm making.
Make the Martin face all you want. Put the lip all the way over the body ear. I don't give a shit. Bro. Like, do you have Fundora? Do you have Xander Zayas? Do you have Baccarat? Do you have Virgil?
Bro.
Do you have Tellez?
No.
At 54, if Boots moved up, do you have Boots? Who's most proven at 54?
Virgil.
You said what? Yeah, all right, cool. You know what?
You said
I'm sipping.
Negative.
But he bugging. I'm sipping. He bugging.
Yeah,
that's the
word.
Hold on.
I'm with King Pop.
Hold on, y'all.
You don't want to get. Wait. Go.
Am I bugging that he's bringing up Charlo right now that we ain't seen in 2 years?
Y'all both bugging, in my opinion, but I was accurate. What you just said was accurate.
I never said
what did I say when I jumped out?
I never said Earl. I never said Earl Smith's name. You said Earl Smith.
I know, I'm saying he's a 54 pounder, right?
But
so long
I don't know
what hold on,
let me ask you this question.
That nigga's a bitch pounder.
Yeah, you know what?
Let me ask you this question.
No. You know who would take over 154? You know who can take over 154? I know who can take over 154. Are we giving the chance?
I'm gonna ask you this question. Technically,
I'm about to get.
Who's a more solid fighter? Who's proven himself at 54, even though inactivity and he is the champion in recess. No one has proven themselves.
Y'all about to make me pull the cat. Y'all about to pull the cat out the bag.
But
y'all about to make me pull the cat out the bag.
For activity wise, I'm saying this. Pop is 100% right, but for me, I'm going with Baccarat because he's, in my opinion, probably the most technical and fair fighter. Man. But outside,
I feel that he's not popular, but I feel where AC is coming from. You want to get, break it down to boxing.
We ain't here. We ain't here to be kumbaya all the goddamn time.
We gotta disagree. That's what make it. We'll make it fun. We'll make it
Okay,
spicy.
so
I
like I
feel you.
said, 154 is
But
trash
I'm with
right
AC.
now. Who in the fuck? How you gonna man? None of them motherfuckers.
Trash.
Okay, Chimzu, he's Chimzu. Come on, Fundor.
No,
Come
you
on,
out of pocket. You out of
Nakarot.
pocket. I love a division like that where
Okay,
it's a toss up.
AC, me
Not to
and you
cut you off
agree,
on me, but
man.
let me say this real quick. I love a division where it's a toss up. I don't understand how you could say it's trash when you don't know who could win any given fight. That's exciting
Hey,
to
Goop.
me.
Go ahead, Goop. Go ahead, Goop. We're gonna be quiet. Go ahead, Goop.
Hey, Gooch, I ain't gonna lie. Let me take over real quick. Hold on. Hey, listen, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The future is coming. You feel me? The future is coming in 154.
Here we go.
You know, so we'll see. We gonna bypass this topic though. But the future is coming to 154. The spotlight, he on the way, man.
Nephew,
It's just
nephew,
what up?
nephew,
What up?
nephew.
What up?
I love you dearly, but
I'm
your plate is so full right now. Is if you gonna do it, that means you got. I'm serious. Your plate is full. You know it. If you gonna go there, you know what
Hey,
you got to
Goop.
cut
Hey,
off.
Goop. Hey, Goop. Hey,
Hold on, man.
Goop.
Let me.
Hey, Goop.
No,
Hey,
me and
Goop.
nephew talking. No,
Hold on.
don't. Hey, Goop. Me and nephew talking right now.
Goop, you gotta let him go right now. You gotta let him go right now. Because there's maybe
Let me.
certain things he ain't spoke to you about that you need to let him go right now. He know what he
Hold
talking
on.
about.
You know what I'm. Okay, you got the youngsters, fam. So you gonna do it.
Nigga, listen. The
Hey, hold
top
on,
three. Hold on,
hold on, hold
wait.
on, hold on.
Oh
You
no,
stay
no,
on the
no.
East Coast. This
You
is
want to
Omaha
talk
shit right
about
now.
54? You want to talk about 54?
Hey,
This
Let's
is
have a
Gooch,
Omaha
I
shit
ain't
debate.
right
even.
now.
Hey,
Hold on,
Gooch,
wait.
We'll
that's
Here's
talk.
two
You know what?
the
You
totally
debate.
right,
different
boom, boom.
Now,
We'll
topics.
talk.
We can worry about
I
that
can
later.
tell you, boom,
At
boom, boom.
54, the youngsters
Come
at
holler at me,
54,
boom, boom.
I think at 54, the youngsters at 54, that's gonna make some noise. 54, 60, Avian at 68, Joseph Brown, Keon Davis, and our very own Boom Boom right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's
Appreciate
that.
that.
Those fights, I would love to see mixed up and see who win those fights. I can't choose right now, but I'd love to see them.
So
Hey,
it's like
respect
it's just
that.
because Gooch, you've been out the loop for a little bit,
You know
and then
what?
jump back in like you ain't
No,
missed
no, no,
nothing.
no. See. This is one thing that you don't understand. No, pop. Like I said, stay on the East Coast. We trying to win championships over here too. We trying to win state city titles over here too, fam. It's bigger than that. It's kids involved now, fam. So he's a coach right now, fam. So if we
I know
gonna
what
lead by
he is.
example, we gotta
I know
do
what
it.
he is. I know what
But
he is.
All
Gooch,
Hey,
right, well, don't cut
hey,
Gooch,
me
you
off when
know
I'm
what?
talking to the young. Hold on, hold on.
You know
Don't
what?
cut
You
me
know
off when
what?
I'm talking to my
You
youngster.
know what? You know what? You know
Thank
what?
you. You know how I am.
Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. But maybe you missed the great interview that I had
No, I
with.
didn't. No, I
I
didn't.
did.
No, I didn't.
So
Because you remember I popped
maybe
up right
you
after,
don't
nigga.
know that I
Remember I
know.
popped up right
I
after,
know he's
nigga.
a coach. I know he just had his baby. I
Hold
know
on.
he just hurt.
Okay,
I know he just
so
injured
hold on, time out. So
himself.
if me and him,
I
so
know
hold
he
on, me
just
and
did
him is
this.
talking, pop.
I
Hold on,
know
me and
he
him is
just did
talking. So
that.
why are you bringing
So,
all
but
that
you just
extra
said
information up?
54.
Did you hear me
Hold
bring up all
on.
this extra
No, you
information?
are
I
not.
just told
See,
him that
this
if
is
we gonna
where
do it,
we
let's
can
do it
go back
right.
and
That's all
forth.
I'm saying. You the
Because you
one's being
said
extra right now.
54
Stop
is
being extra.
trash,
Stop being
but
extra.
you
I'm just
said
saying if we're gonna do it,
54
let's do it
is
right. Let's get
trash.
in there and let's get and start
You're not
knocking these
being
niggas' heads
extra.
off.
You being extra. You
All
said
right.
54 was
We gotta
trash.
work on that
But
foot
boom,
first. Hold
boom,
on, we
boom.
gotta work on the foot
But you
first.
got
Nephew
got
gotta work on his
youngsters
foot
that's finna
first. Get that going. And then, you know what I'm saying? We got other shit. You know what I'm saying?
you got youngsters that's coming into this damn shit, and it's 54 is nowhere near trash.
Okay. Until Boom Boom comes up in there, I'm saying it's
Other
trash,
fighters
man.
that I fuck with, other than Boom Boom, that's in that damn.
Okay. As far as champions, as far as champions
So,
go,
so
no. Let's go here. As far as the champions go, they're trash.
hey,
Only one
I
I can
can't
say
say
that's
that.
not trash
Even the
is Madrimov.
Madrimov is
hey,
hella
yo,
decent and tricky to deal with. I can't say that.
this is
I don't
strictly
understand
You said
boxing,
who?
where you
yo. We
getting
ain't
that
gotta
from,
talk
champ.
about
Come
You
on.
say
city and
who?
state. We ain't gotta talk about none of that extra shit. Keep this shit strictly boxing. Let's
Hold on.
let's
You
that's
talk
said
what I'm
about
trying to
that.
Madrimov.
keep
That's
it
what I was
Hold
talking
boxing.
on.
about. I don't
I
know.
got you, Boom
I'm
Boom.
trying
You
to
said
keep it
Madrimov.
boxing. You can't say this is one of the hottest
Bro,
divisions
fuck all that
in
other shit,
boxing, and
bro.
you called it trash. You
Hold on. You
can't
said
come in.
Madrimov. Man,
That's what I'm talking about.
Madrimov did. Hold on, let's go with Madrimov. Now, my thing with Madrimov, if he would have did that herky jerky movement with Virgil, he would have won. But he went and got comfortable.
He wasn't gonna beat Virgil because Madrimov
Fuck
style,
with no fucking Virgil, bro. That's Virgil Ortiz. I ain't trying to sound like
Madrimov
that, but
style is not gonna
that's
beat Virgil because
fuck no.
stylistically, Madrimov style is perfect for Virgil.
Hold on, time out. When I said
applied-
Virgil Ortiz, y'all all laugh. Now when I'm saying
Virgil is a
Virgil, he
come
gonna be Virgil.
forward.
Now as much Juggers is
Because once I saw the fight,
what the heck is going
that
on
lets
here?
me know.
I mean, the
That
nigga
let
had
me
a
know I
healthier
like
weight.
him.
I didn't
Hey,
say
but the
shit.
nigga, hey,
Hold on.
Gooch.
Hold on. 5 minutes ago, I said Virgil. What
yo,
everybody
Hold
do?
on, Gooch. Let me just say this. Once I saw the
I did
fight
do that.
between
No,
Madrimov and
nobody.
Virgil,
I ain't
I knew
nobody
I
do
was wrong.
I didn't do no when it came to Virgil.
CJ just said he did it. So it was CJ.
Well, I mean, see, here's the thing with Virgil though. I know
When you said he was the best, I didn't say, "Oh, I'll throw him away. He's a trash fighter." I just I can't give him that belt.
CJ, hold on. When it comes to Virgil, I've done shows on Virgil, and I've done research on knowing that shit that he caught, you don't catch that other than you're not supposed to be somewhere that you're supposed to be, and you taking something that you ain't supposed to be doing. So
yeah,
with
because they not even saying what the fuck is happening to him,
you
bro.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
bro.
boom saying he had a healthier weight class, he where he's supposed to be at.
Yeah.
Like it's a different fucking story. Like the same thing I'm saying with Boots. The same thing I'm saying, like this weight class ain't trash. It's actually maybe the hottest fucking weight class in boxing.
I'm with Pop. Salute. You said it. You said it better than I could, champ.
Can I land my plane? I keep getting interrupted.
Yeah, boom. I want you to land your plane, then I'm gonna let Ohio go. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, and shout out to Ohio. Ohio runs boxing. My guy was good. Hey, now let me land this plane real quick. So what I'm basically trying to say is that 154, the future is near. You know, we got some guys on the way, but for right now, we're gonna let these guys do what they do. Right now, the landscape of 154 is kind of all over the place, and I do agree with Pop. But we could talk about Tellez. We could talk about Bakram. I want to see them two fight, and then I would love for Boots to get the winner of Fundora and Zoo, and then a Top Rank. Keep that bullshit over there, bruh. And when Vazander ready to fight somebody for real, that's when we gonna start talking about that bitch ass nigga. Like, word is my mother. That nigga's a hoe. I know about him for real. Like, I ain't even gonna go there. But all I'm gonna say is that WBO strap. That's for anybody right now, cause of who got it and who about to fight for it. You know what I'm saying? So fuck the WBO strap right now. Fuck Top Rank. Fuck all that shit over there. The real shit is that with Bakram. I really feel like Bakram can make somewhat some noise, but that power, like, listen, bro, this is what y'all gotta understand. If that nigga only coming with that power, it's out the window. It's niggas at this weight they got niggas that can really ball. So it ain't like you could just go in there and just keep using that fucking power and taking shots and you know what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna work no more. So Bakram I'm kind of 50-50 with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too where AC at with that nigga. And then AC, this is gonna be my little funny punchline. I ain't trusting you and your decisions with fighters no more, nigga, because you said something about Sasaki or Sasake, and that nigga went to sleep, nigga. That nigga went to
So
sleep.
you ain't never picked a fighter that got knocked out.
Huh?
Wow. Okay, bro. Okay. All
No,
right.
I have. You know
All
what?
right.
You know what? I picked a fighter who got knocked out. I have.
But we all make these mistakes, bro. If the fighter doesn't fight the fight you think he's gonna fight because you did research on him, and he goes in there and get knocked the fuck out, it is what it is. Even the dude who covers him hard body, true school boxing, was like, yo, I tried to warn him about the defense. I spoke with the coach and everything, and defense is not what that gym does. They put it all on the line and said, you know what? We just gonna meet that storm with another storm and see how
Turn
it
that light
goes. The dumbest game plan in the fucking world. That's why your fighter is still, out here recovering. And I don't
That
know
nigga
if he's
still
young or
sleep.
fat.
That nigga still sleep.
Okay, let
Oh,
me ask
bro.
y'all something.
Okay, hold on. I gotta let Ohio go. Because he been sitting here like, come on. I asked him to pull up before everybody else go. Ohio, what's good, bro?
What's good? They was cooking, man. You know, I like listening to man. I don't always want to just speak my opinion. I like listening, but Brian Norman did do it what he was supposed to do. I don't even think, to me, that was, I heard some people talking about he might be on PEDs. I don't know if Timothy Bradley was indicating that. I didn't
Yeah.
hear about that.
Yeah, Tim
But
Bradley.
I think the story for me was
Hey, he's some
the
bullshit.
politics. No, it's the politics. I think the politics, man. How do these fighters get
He
so
getting
high in
paid
the
to say what
rankings to
he's saying.
fight
Go
for a
ahead,
world
though. My
title?
bad, bro.
To fight for a world title like that and not be ready. When you look at his resume, Sasaki, you asked that question: how the hell did he get that high? And who was his Erison Miranda type of fight before you fight for a world title? Who was his Darnell Boone on his resume before you fight for a world title? And I think his team and the politics in Japan down there, they failed him. They failed that man because you get a lot of these guys in positions that's not ready for a world title, but they in there anyway because their peoples is paying that money to move them in the rankings. The rankings has always been
Yes.
corrupt. The rankings has always been corrupt. And I remember, and I think I said this on the platform
Yeah.
on the platform before. There was a guy, y'all can look him up. His name was Constantine. Constantine was 34-0 out of Russia. 34-0. And he was trying to they had him set to fight for a voluntary, didn't fight anybody, but he was gonna fight, not a voluntary, but he was set to fight for a eliminator, IBF eliminator for Earl Spence. He turned it down twice, and I remember saying, "You work your ass to get there. Like, why you turn down it twice?" Ocampos end up
Word.
fighting somebody else for the eliminator, and he got the ticket to fight Earl Spence in Dallas. But now that I look at how the politics work, Constantine was smart. He felt like he just wasn't ready. He didn't have the
Mm.
level of opposition to prepare him for a Earl Spence at a title fight. What's the reason to get in a title fight if you feel like you ain't ready for it? You get what I'm saying?
I
So
mean, that's
I was
real.
never
That's real. But at some point, you got to realize your level and cash out. Like that might have been his
no
biggest payday
that
just to
and
set
that's
his
and that
family
could
up.
also be
I would approach
right.
it from
That could
that.
also be the downfall because he did lose to a Russian that was like 1-6 or something after he turned
Hey,
that fight down.
hey, and
There you go. There
Ohio.
you go.
Matter of fact, Ohio. Matter of fact, and before you keep cooking, you right as fuck. Because remember, didn't they set Earl up with the other Russian instead? The other nigga, what's his name?
That
Remember,
was
remember,
Ocampo. Ocampo
huh?
got the fight. Ocampo won against. They gave Ocampo another fight against whoever for the eliminator, and Ocampo won because it was supposed to be Constantine, and
Yeah,
Constantine was yeah.
but remember, because remember, I thought they was somebody was saying or somebody was pushing Constantine, and he was originally supposed to fight Earl. You right as fuck, bro. I
Yeah,
know exactly
yeah.
what you're talking
It
about.
was he was out of Abel Sanchez was his
Yes,
coach.
there it is. That's what I was about to say. It was Abel, or it was some big
Yeah,
trainer. But
Abel
yeah, bro.
Abel stopped it. But again, some of us that's looking at it from an unexperienced eye, we was like, oh man, he duck, he ain't want that work, he ain't work. Bro, they should have that my thing is you have to match your guy up to prepare him. I've always stayed consistent. I was upset and Smoke could tell you, I was upset when I seen Abdullah go to number 2, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm an Ohio guy, but I keep it 100. How the hell Abdullah get the 2 over Berlicek when Berlicek beat Neverate and lost to Keyshawn? We reward fighters for taking tough fights. How the hell Abdullah jump him and he ain't fought nobody in the top 15, bro?
Man,
So
it's
that was
crazy,
my
bro.
question. That was my question, and it's the politics because Abdullah is placed number 2 because the top rank already knew Keyshawn was dropping the belt. So who you think they gonna put in position to get the belt?
But
Bam.
can I ask this question, Ohio?
Yeah.
When you come off of 1 year of
Yeah.
five solid knockouts, and three of those knockouts were uh, labeled as step up fights for you, but you got them niggas out of there and you made them look easy. When someone else is, for me, the way I used to look at the rankings and stuff like that, when I used to follow it in Ring Magazine before it was bought by De La Hoya, if someone lost that was ahead of you, and you had a win, and that win was impressive, that propelled you to move up. So for me, the politics of boxing says, okay, we got a fighter like I'm going to use Abdullah Mason for the first part of my example. You got a fighter like Abdullah Mason who's on a nothing but win streak, and each time we gave him that step up fight, he made that guy look easy. You feel what I'm saying? So does he not deserve to move up? And then he could, where his talent is, it would surpass a lot of other guys and just be like, all right, we just throwing him in the ring with this. And I don't even know if some of these other fights were even offered to these other guys, and they decided to turn it down because of Abdullah Mason's performances. Now, when it comes to when the second half is when you were speaking on how did Jin get there, he fought those title eliminators that got him there to get the Asian Pacific Championship belt that allowed him to fight for a world title.
AC, I agree. I understand
Hey,
that,
tap
but
in.
those
Look,
title
look, look.
eliminators are also those title eliminators are fixed to put him in winnable situations. It's all
Sometimes
about
they are, sometimes they aren't.
no, no,
I
no.
get it. I
I'm
get what you're saying. I'm not. I'm
yeah.
not.
So, but
I'm not
hold on,
disputing
because
what you're saying.
what
I'm
you
just.
hold on, AC, because what you was trying to say, you was trying to make it like Top Rank was moving Abdullah correctly. You don't jump from 9 to 2 over Burlachek. You still haven't came back and said, well, they jumped him over Burlachek because of this or that. I haven't heard your claim. Burlachek lost to a undefeated Keyshawn and gave him a champion, who became a champion, and he
I
beat
don't see.
Navarrete.
I
Hold on,
don't
hold
see
on, hold on, hold
Navarrete
on,
or Bernacek ever beating Abdullah
hold
Mays.
on, hold
But
on.
go ahead. My bad.
Albert Bell is ranked number 10, and his record is better than everybody damn near and at 135 in the WBO rankings. And he has some decent wins on his resume. My point is the politics is going to play their hand, especially when they have fighters that they're behind that's signed to. Albert Bell would have never, when he was number one mandatory, and this is what I keep telling people, he didn't get the mandatory shot because he wasn't signed to a big promotional company. They
But
didn't sign him. So how the
yeah,
hell
Wait,
Overtime is
how
not
are
big
we gonna
enough,
give
you
you
bro. And
come
how we
that's
on
gonna
here,
give
hey,
you step
say
hold
say it
on.
again.
but
You
Ohio, say
independent,
that shit again.
you
Ohio,
you
please
independent,
remind
hold
these
on.
niggas.
You independent, who's giving you step aside money? We gotta
Ohio,
order the mandatory in order to give you step aside if they don't want to fight you. They ain't
Ohio.
even
About a
ordering the
month ago,
mandatory for guys who not signed to big promotional companies. Charles Conwell, another example. People, he was at the WBC number one. You know who jumped him? Earl Spence. You know who else jumped him? Sebastian Fedora. You know who else
yeah,
jumped
we
him?
and you spoke
Burley. Hold
about
on.
that. Ohio. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to bring up. You spoke about that, and you spoke in length about that to where the whole panel was quiet and gave you the floor when
Yeah,
you was breaking down independent fighters and fighters
yeah.
who don't have people behind them. You get fucked over like that. Did you miss opportunities because they gonna look at you and your paperwork is not right. There's nobody big behind you, so
But
they're not
hold
gonna want
on,
to do business with you
AC. But it
because
also
it's
hold
gonna
on.
give the impression
Hold
that
on,
they're
AC.
fucking you over.
Hold on, but this is also plays a big part. This is what you didn't I didn't say. It's the skill level and threat. If you are good and they haven't signed you, you gonna get passed over. That's because you are high risk, low reward. So
Charles Conwell.
they're not. So if you are mandatory, I'm gonna make an example. When Ocampos was a mandatory, it's easy to make a fight with him. When Dominique Wade was a mandatory, Triple G said, "Oh, we'll make a fight with him." The moment they are threats, Devin Haney mandatory, Charlo mandatory. Now the politics comes in where we make up these new damn titles to move around them. All of a sudden, take some step aside so I can fight this guy, drop the belt so I can go up another weight class. It's about the skill set and threat. Because if he go mandatory, you see, look at every fighter that will take a mandatory. Skull. Canelo said, "Oh, he's my mandatory." Bruh, when David was that knocking on that door, what was you doing? So every time it's a skillful fighter, and this is for everybody, bro. I'm talking about consistent across the line. When it's a threat, the politics come into play. Now all of a sudden they don't want to fight their mandatory. But if he's an Ocampos, easy one that they think, oh, they gonna take that motherfucking fight. Oh, it's my I gotta fight my mandatory. Of course you do.
I give you that all day because when you look at it, uh, when you had everybody talking about Boots mandatory at 47, right? Not
Yeah,
Quran, just his new mandatory, and then the WBA drops basically a double mandatory on him and says you got to fight the winner of Rowley and Garcia. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
So I that part I am not disputing. You are absolutely correct on everything you said. I am not no way disputing that. What
I do wish
only
that the rankings did play out the right way. The guy who ain't as known get an opportunity. The only reason why they give certain guys this unknown opportunity is because they don't feel like they threats. I personally believe Albert Bell should have been a world champion 4 or 5 years ago. That's just me. He should have been when he fought what's his name for that was 22-0. He should have got his opportunity then, but they maneuver around him. And it's not just Albert Bell. We got Elijah Pierce. Shout out to Elijah Pierce. He's another dog that I feel like should get more recognition that he
this
should have
is
been getting.
it's the whole Black Murderers Row thing that's just 2.0.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
shit still
yeah. So
exists. It ain't had
I
gone
call it
nowhere.
out, but I call it out so people won't. I'm always consistent. I don't just pick and choose. Like I question certain motives, even when it comes to my Ohio fighters, if I feel like they get moved too fast. But
Uh-huh.
top rank knew exactly what they were doing. They put Abdullah in a position where he's gonna fight another prospect that's built damn near the same way he is. You know what I'm saying? And I think both of them is built has built the right way to fight for a vacant world title, and it's going to be more evenly matched. Now, who would you rather be? Yeah, I think I would rather be Abdullah going into this fight, but I think Sam Noakes definitely can punch.
Oh,
I don't
Sam
think.
Noakes is a problem. I think
Yeah,
this is
that's what I. So
that
he's
fight
a.
is really gonna test who Abdullah Mason is, and if he's
Yeah,
got anything to be exposed, I think Sam Noakes is the dude to
I'm gonna
expose.
say this. No, I'm gonna say this though. He could give him a problem, but and it also could go easy because of Abdullah's
Yes,
athleticism and his
sir. And
jab.
that's why I'm saying could with a capital C. Could. You feel what I'm saying? I'm saying
I
that
don't know, AC. I don't know, man. I think I like the fight though. The point is, I think it's a good fight, but I like my chances with Abdullah going in this
oh, I
fight.
love my chances with Abdullah, but I'm just saying, um, if Abdullah is
Told you I
trying to
get that
look
right.
past the Sam Noakes, I wouldn't recommend that. You feel what I'm saying? I would
Yeah.
not recommend to any fighter
I
thinking you're
used to
gonna
start
look
fights
past
at
the Sam
school
Noakes.
on purpose.
You
I
feel
used
what
to
I'm
be
saying?
fighting in the hallways. I didn't give no fuck. I punched on my teachers. Fuck. Oh, they can hear me. My bad. My bad. Hold on.
Oh, I was like, who he talking to?
Yo,
I said,
yeah, I punched
okay,
on the
boom.
teacher,
I
bro.
said,
My
boom, boom.
fault.
Let's spit and let them spit. Then
I'm
go
like,
ahead, boom,
what?
boom.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Just
I
for
was on teacher
today, like,
ass.
and like I think going on, I did put grown
You said
folk
what?
talk and all that. Like I hashtag a whole bunch of shit, like to where, like there's no kids here. There's no kids here.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no kids over here. That's kind of why I'm not popping like I'm shit. There's no kids here.
But
But I'm gonna say this, Smoke.
This is grown folks talk over here.
I do like the 154 division. I don't know about Six saying it's trash. I don't agree with that, man. I like the 154 division. There's a
The
lot of
future on the way, man.
it's open, man. The 154 is open, man. It's still open too, but I like it's a lot of good fights up there. And I think when it comes to Boots, he has to be smart enough to know that he got to go knocking on the door with Al. And I think PBC can actually push his career a little bit way better than what Eddie is doing. Eddie did the best he could. I'm not even
Eddie got
down.
that man looking bad to me. To me, Eddie got him out here looking bad
I
as hell.
think Eddie did a great job,
I think that he
honestly.
did. I think he did decent, bro. Putting him at
Yeah.
home
He
and
did
giving him.
decent by getting him by getting him the unification and the Ring magazine jump off, but
Yeah.
right after that's a one step forward, four steps back type of situation because then you put him in a situation to whereas Rachel has to come out, and this goes to what I was going to say, what I said earlier, and I wanted to say to you. For me, I'm always going to look at it from a fan. I'm going to look at the perception of a reality type thing and how that dynamic tends to play out. So for guys like you to come and add the nuances and or correct me off of off of what I may be perceiving to try to say, well, this is a direction you might want to consider or whatever, or this is what's really going on. I have no issue with that. I applaud talking to the people that are in the business and doing this type of stuff because it's always an education lesson for
Shout
myself,
out
and
TD
Well,
Sports, man.
I
I'm
hold
gonna
that and
say
move
this.
forward.
Let me say this real quick. Because of that, I've been able to maneuver and do a few things that in the future, when you see it, don't be surprised that it's already. Because I'm gonna go even newer when it comes to 54. Like I said, I like Keon Davis, I like Joseph Brown, and whenever Boom Boom decides to turn pro, that's where I'm at with it. I'm already on the youth. You see where I'm at with it already. And me and Ohio be talking like I ain't even gonna front. I called Ohio this morning, like, yo, am I bugging or is this such and such? And he like, nah, you ain't right. I ain't even gonna say what we talking about, but he was like, nah, he ain't right. So like, yo, bro, like, I be behind the scenes, like just like anybody else. But I don't brag about it. I just be telling you, like, this kid here. This is
Yeah,
what he
yeah.
is.
Yeah, I know you called him and talked to him about Boots' weight. I know you did that, snake ass motherfucker.
You want to talk about
Nah,
it?
he did
That's
not. He
something
did.
different.
Hey, let's talk
You
about it
want to
right
talk about
now.
that? That's something different.
Let's
Nah,
talk
nah,
about it
he
right
did
now.
not. I'm gonna be honest, AC. I actually talked about the Booth situation from a aspect of people trying to say that now he's running the 154, and I really think he just outgrew the weight. He was making the weight. I think a lot of us felt he was already big. Most of people felt he was big for the weight, but that's a lot of
Okay,
fighters too. But you know
so
what I mean.
let
But my thing was he was in a situation where he had like Jamal, and I brought up this comparison with Jamal Charlo. Jamal really was done with the weight. He was struggling, but what happened? J Rock was baiting him for a fight. Oh, he scared of me, and J Rock talked so much. Listen, J Rock talked so much shit to the point Jamal was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna stay down here and knock him the fuck out. I'm gonna fight him." And that's what happened. And y'all remember after the fight, people was mad at Charlo because he didn't shake his hand. Why? Because you was talking all this shit, bro, and I'm still in my fight mode. Nah, bro. Once I calm down, I see you outside of the ring or outside when yeah, that's cool. But right now, no, bro, because I'm wanting to go 160, but now I got to go up here and listen to all these fans and all this negative shit talking about I'm ducking, I'm scared. Now I got to fight you because of the pressure. Boots don't have to do that. Boots now can say, look, I'm going to 154. When you really want that smoke, come up here where I'm at.
bro understand what
Hold
my
on,
point.
AC, real
Hey,
quick.
hey, can we
Hold on,
talk?
real quick. Hold on, everybody. Yo, Fresh,
Yo,
who is you, bro?
Oh, that's Fresh
what
from
up?
BMAC
What up?
joint. I
What
know
up?
who that is. Fresh
I
from
gotta make
Queens, bro.
sure. Hey, yo, bro. Hey, yo, Fresh. No
I heard his
disrespect.
voice. I know who he is, bro.
Hey, as long as somebody, bro,
He's good peoples,
I,
man.
What
He
up?
real
I,
What
good
up? What
people.
up?
oh, bro, you good, bro. I done been suspended for, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I was saying. It was just he has to
Hey, can y'all hear
if he
me?
really want that,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you,
he
boom. I
make
can
that
hear you.
happen.
So
Hey, so
let me
y'all, hold
just
on,
hold on,
hold on.
boom. Let me just put
Yeah,
my
I'm gonna let y'all
put
two
my
go, and
perspective
then I
out.
gotta let Fresh go because it's the first time on the
Yeah, because
panel.
I know Fresh
Go
going I
ahead.
know he wanna cook on this. Here's my perspective. Pop will tell you this. I was a person who has a list, and me, Pop, and Bodywork all have the same list of fighters that we say are an afternoon nap of waking up and can't make the division no more. Right? Boots was on that list. Right? Now, moving forward, I can get the whole weight class thing, but my problem with that, what fucks all of that up and that talking point up is the mere fact that you tried to make a fight with Brian Norman Jr. at 47 to where y'all was trying to make him sign and say, listen, just sign the paperwork right now and we could lock this fight in. Brian Norman is saying, no, let's do it later. You feel what I'm saying? He's saying let's do it later, and then y'all like, nah, later don't matter, but it still doesn't matter. If he's willing to do that and willing to get that paperwork signed at that particular point, you would have still hung around and still had to make the weight of 147. Fight week and 2 days before, Eddie Hearn fight week says you moving up, makes the public announcement, and then you and your team or your team makes the public announcement 2 days before Brian Norman's fight. To me, that's like, bro, you just fucked up the strongest excuse that you had because
Nah,
everybody could clearly see
no,
it.
Nah, I don't look at it that
Then
way. I
why
don't
would
know
you
how
try
you
to
looking
make
at
a
it
fight
that
with a
way.
man that you know you can't make that weight with?
No, that's not because you can get motivated to make for one more fight if the fight is there. The problem I have with what you're
The fight.
saying is if you don't want to sign a fight to let me know that we is gonna have the fight, then I might as well just go up to the other weight because here's the thing.
Oh,
We
now
already negotiated. Hold on. We
that
already went to the negotiation and you said you wanted more money when the fight could have got made. You brought money involved in it, right? How many examples have we seen fighters who really wanted to take the fight and say, Bunky, when they got lowball, they still took the fight. We gave them credit. Now all of a sudden, we got to get behind the guard to say, oh, I wanted just 300K more, 500K
so
more. No.
so
If you wanted to fight, hold on. If
Rachel's
you wanted to
Donaire's the
fight,
counter to sit. Go ahead.
if you wanted to fight, you would have got the fight. Cool. If you want to bet on yourself and say, I come back to this fight, let me do this and this. Okay, there's chances that the circumstances change. Sean Porter was in a similar situation, right? He had to bet on himself. Earl Spence offered him the IBF title shot, and he ain't had no belt. What did he do? I'm waiting. I'm in the zone for a WBC. Let's go over here and hopefully get this belt and come right back. Did he come back to that fight? He absolutely did because they still was in that weight class. It was Earl who told Crawford, let me clear this side and then we'll fight. He was the one that started. It came back on him when he should have went to 54 and he stayed to please the people, right? So there's consequences even with your decision making. So I don't hold Boots to the fire for saying that he was trying to make the fight, trying to get it sealed. Okay, you don't want to sign? Okay, you might not even want to fight. There is fights that get signed when other fights are going on. Let's stop acting like these guys can't sign on the dotted line. So we know we got to fight after this. And some people still will want to see guys fight, even if you lose. They want to see you fight. Ain't that what Charlo and Caleb Plant going through right now? How many people are
Yeah, that's
saying
the
we still
still a
want to see the
Wilder and
fight?
AJ thing. Still a
But
Wilder.
that's my point. So we can't sit there and say, well, he's fucking up the bag. We still want to see it. So if you can't put that in the excuse. If you don't want to sign it, cool. But here's the thing that I noticed with Brian and a couple, and even with Fred, Roach did just earlier. They create the narrative and everybody pick it up and run with it. After you knock them out, you go to the media. Now Boots, get your boots. You ain't ready. You running. I would have did the same thing because I know he's about to go up. No different than Shakur knowing Devin was about to go up. So I'm gonna act like I want to fight. I'm gonna be in the club showing signs. Let's fight. I know you about to go up. I know you about to
Yeah,
go up to 140, but I'm gonna play the role because I know my fans need to have something to say. It's the politic game, bro. I'm telling y'all, this
but
is
you
what I
gotta
tell
play those. Hold on, you gotta
AC.
play those politics to
AC,
number
I'm
one
telling fighters in
secure
the
the fight. I get what you're saying, and I'm not disputing what you're saying. I'm not disputing the whole argument of weight because I'm on record multiple times making my statement about Boots weight and being on this list. All I'm saying is
right,
like this:
right.
prior to that, I like I said, an afternoon nap away, but you was pretty adamant on trying to make Brian Norman look bad. For the first thing that Rachel Donaire came out and completely debunked that shit. Then she came out again to double down on it to where Ness himself was like, yeah, well, I get it and I see, yeah, y'all right. But, and then he told everybody, my hand. So the first fight was all a bluff on both sides. The second
I can
one,
see
which
that
was
because
supposed to be real, real, that's the one that leaves the perception is reality argument. At the end of the day, don't play the fucking game of trying to make me look bad and say I sent you a contract and you duck the final offer knowing that you could do X, Y, and Z, and then you turn around and you know you going up to 140 because sometimes shit like that'll backfire on you.
All right, so I'm gonna let Ohio respond and then Fresh go.
oh no, he good. I mean, it's really no response. I don't
You
think they
good?
ducking.
Hey,
No
after
one's
Prince
ducking
say,
Yeah,
each other. I don't think
I'm
no
good
hey,
one
with
is
after,
Ohio
ducking.
answer. I'm good with his because
hey,
Yeah.
after Prince, I got one more hot topic and then I gotta go. So go ahead, Prince. My
All
fault,
right,
bro.
go ahead, Fresh.
But yeah, that's man.
Yo, what's good,
I don't think
fam?
they
Y'all can hear
each
me?
other.
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
get it.
What's up
I
with you,
got
Prince?
you
How you
on,
doing,
Okay,
man.
man?
this is a cash out position
Salute.
that he's in. Go
Salute
get your
and
cash out.
salute.
You fought the tune up that so do what you got to do, brother. But I like Boots going to 154. I don't think he's ducking nobody and all this other stuff. I'm too mature for that, man. I pay attention to everything. I'm talking about every detail for somebody to try to tell me he's ducking somebody or he's scared. And to be honest, I think his style. When I look at styles, I don't look at names. I don't look at you knocking somebody out. I look at the style. It's tailor made for Boots. You come forward all you want. It's tailor made for Boots. Now I'm not. We want to put money up. We can put money up. I love Brian Norman, bro, and his dad. But his style, he do not box. He ain't moving laterally. He's not walking Boots into nothing. He coming right there in that pocket like Stanionis, right there in that pocket like Villa, right there in that pocket like David Anastasian. It's the styles that I pay attention to. That's just me. And that boy well on them people in the pocket. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, all right, Fresh. Go ahead, Fresh.
Yeah, I agree with the brother that just spoke, man. His style is definitely tailor made for Boots. That's what's gonna be the challenge for him because Boots not just gonna stand there in front of him and go toe to toe with him like Jen Sasaki. So he gonna have to figure it out. I think that Boots don't need I don't think that Boots obligated to fight him at 147. I mean, if to me Boots is the A side. So if the fight if he wants to fight, he gotta agree to Boots terms. I think that he should
Boots
go up
had the
to.
ring.
I think that it could either be a catch weight 150 or just go to 154. Brian Norman is big enough to make 154. I mean, if we seen Conor Ben go up 2 weight classes and give a natural middleweight a good fight. I think that Brian Norman is big enough to fill into 154 right now. I think they just need to go ahead and get it on. If it doesn't happen, I would more lean to saying that it's the Normans that are ducking. Because I don't think Boots ducking that smoke at all. You know what I'm saying? These
Man,
dudes
Boots ain't
these dudes
ducking no
already,
nigga.
yeah, but these
No, the
dudes improved
argument.
it the first time. These- They proved it the first time around when they turned down at 1.7. So that said a lot about that. And he should have took it because even if he would have lost, it still would have, like somebody mentioned earlier with Caleb Plant and Charlo, people still interested in watching these dudes fight anyway. You know what I'm saying? It would have still had his name on the map. Yeah, he lost to Booth, whatever, but then, he could continue to fight and have other exciting fights. So, to me, like I said, I think that whatever Boots want, if he really wants to fight, then he needs to go ahead and just bow down to Boots and agree with his terms.
And
I'm gonna
Fresh,
say
let
it
me say
like
this
this,
real
Fresh.
quick. Let me
For
say this
me,
real quick, Fresh.
go ahead.
The double up what you just said. Guillermo Rigondeaux was chasing after Lomachenko. And I remember this when people was like, "Oh, Loma don't want to fight him." Remember, they didn't. They was trying to get that fight with Loma when he was in the same weight class. What Loma do? He goes up another weight class. He's fighting better opposition at the time. And what did Rigo do? What did Rigo do? He went up. He went up because he's a dog. He went up because he wanted to fight. If you want to fight, trust and believe you will get it done if that's what you want. Ask Ryan Garcia, who told De La Hoya he fighting Tank when Oscar didn't want him to fight Ryan. He went and got that fight, bro. If they want to fight, bro, they
Listen,
want to fight. That's
listen.
all I'm
My,
gonna say on that.
I just want to clear this up. The argument with me was never Boots is ducking. The argument with me was always, why the fuck is Eddie doing this to Boots? If this is what the dude you want to put money in, why are you leaving so many situations that can be easily debunked? And you got a fighter, a wife's, a fighter's wife coming to clarify everything and saying she spoke directly to the president of the sanctioning body that was in question. And they said no way the fight was going to happen because this was done and this other thing wasn't done by Eddie Hearn. So they tried to turn it around and make it look like Brian Norman Jr. And his team was doing something wrong. And then when it comes down to it, you find out that, oh shit, Eddie. So it wasn't a matter of 300,000. It wasn't a matter of everything else because they agreed to the 1.7, but you didn't pay for the extension. And then the goofy shit is people will try to say, why would you pay for an extension when you don't know the answer? His father told people, he told Ness what it was. You were going to get the extension. All you had to do was pay for it. Rachel Donaire said she spoke with the dude. He said they would have gotten it. All they had to do was pay for it because the unification trumps the mandatory.
It wasn't the initial reason for the fight not to happen because Boo's dad said himself it wouldn't have happened because Norman's dad said that Brian's hand was messed up.
Yeah, he was going into hand surgery, so that was the reason why they were where they were. The fight was supposed to be done after the hand surgery. That's what they were. That's the negotiations they were going with. He was like, I can't fight you now because he's already got his appointment for the hand surgery, and this is something that's really needed. So he's not going to be able to make that November fight date. That's not going to happen. And then on top of that, then it's everything else. So they said, all right, we'll up the price because originally, from what B Norm Senior was saying, it was 1.2, and then they bumped it up to 1.7 to try to secure the fight. And he's like, he's going into hand surgery again. The fuck don't y'all understand?
That's great.
Oh shit. Okay, so let me ask y'all this, man. Like I'm gonna go another direction.
Hey, the next hot topic I have for us though, for real, is what's next for Mr. David Benavidez, man, and where did he fucking go?
We've been talking about that for like the next couple of days. I mean, the last couple of days. We heard Yardy, we heard a couple of people, but I mean,
I
in
don't
that
know.
division, in that division, outside of we already know that Bivol and Beterbiev are fighting for 3 belts. Who else does he fight outside of Yardy? That's a name.
Nah, bro. I think he just go get that vacant title and call one of them 3 belts out.
He already got the vacant belt.
Oh, well then, yeah, he get the
He's
winner of
already
that.
WBC champ. But
But
those guys,
but who does
like
he fight? Who does he fight for right now? Does he fight people that's on the
Yardy.
Nah, bro. Stop talking about that
He
nigga.
could go
For
with.
me and you
He could
fight.
probably just to stay busy.
Hey, Pop, stop talking about that nigga for me and you fight, bro. I don't like
He
that
could
nigga.
go
That
with a
nigga
Lyndon
stink.
Arthur, just to stay busy.
No, Pop. I
Dion
mean, no,
Nicholson,
AC. Hell no. Lyndon Arthur.
Joshua Batista.
Buatsi. Nah, he's not. He's Buatsi's not in his.
Buatsi.
How about how
Buat.
about how
Buatsi
about
ranked number 6. I'm looking at it
how,
right now. He
All right,
ranked
he's
number
got a
6 in
Yardy. He's got
WBC.
Buatsi. He's got a Connor
how about we
Wallace.
have a mega fight? Him and Joe Apatow. Or is he too big?
Nah,
He gotta go to one. He gotta go to cruiserweight.
Well, how much weight is that?
That's another 25 pounds.
Oh yeah, he's cooked now, man.
but Zach Parker, he's pretty much of a name in the UK. I don't remember if he won or lost his last fight, but I just saw Zach Parker fight recently.
Zach Parker's ranked number 12.
Yeah, over here, but he's ranked higher in the WBO. He's number 5.
He's ranked number 12 in the WBC with David Benavidez.
Yeah.
He's okay. There's Arthur Beterbiev.
That's a stay busy fight.
All right, hold on. Let me call it out.
Damn, he ain't got nobody to fight, man.
Let me call it out. There's Arthur Beterbiev, and you know he's rematching Bivol, so that's out. He just beat David Morrell. He got a fight coming up. That's out. There's what's his name? Alexander Guzovic, right? That dude, right?
Isn't that the guy that Morrell fought when Morrell first came up to 75?
I don't know. Nah, that's not him. I don't know. Could be.
David Benavidez versus Jake Paul. What y'all think?
Who?
Jake Paul.
Man, stop playing. There's Albert Ramirez. There's Anthony Yardi. There's Joshua Buatsi.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was no.
Hold
The
on,
third ring guy is who
hold on,
he beat.
let me call them out. There's Conor Wallace, Iman Ketiev, Willie Hutchinson, Ben Whitaker, Richard Rivera, Zach Parker.
Hey, don't ever say Ben Whitaker name again.
He's ranked number 10. I'm gonna say his name.
Where else is his name at?
Okay, hold on. He's ranked number 12 in the IBF.
In the WBA, he's ranked number 14.
He's ranked number 14th in the WBA. He's not in the WBO. Back to the WBC. There's Ronald Garville. There's Paulo. I ain't gonna fuck homeboy name up. Escasio or something like that. And then there's Jesse Hart. So in the WBC, actually, up here in the WBC, if you don't fight Yardi or Ramirez or
Buatsi.
Buatsi is at 6. If you don't fight the Alexander guy, he's not. Let's say you wait for Beterbiev and Bivol, and then both of them retire after that, and you're the only nigga holding the belt. That's your domain to conquer.
Yeah, them niggas is but I don't know Oscar Ramirez. I don't know Conor Wallace. I don't know none of them niggas, bro.
You don't know none of them niggas. But I'm gonna tell you this though.
I've seen some of these dudes on these UK cards. I think some of them.
But AC, a few of these guys at 68.
No more Sasakis.
Hold on. A few of these guys at 68 ain't gonna be able to stay at 68 too much longer before they go to 75.
Yeah.
You might as well be the damn master and the king of the domain, so you get the fights first. Just like I told Boots to go to 160 because Janabek, Laura, Adamas, and Janabek. And I'm gonna be real with y'all because we are like I know he don't give a fuck. Wait. He don't give a fuck. Outside of us saying that we fuck with Jihad, he don't give a fuck about that at 60.
That nigga Bud, he about to go to sleep against Truck tomorrow. Let's talk about that. Him versus Truck. I got Truck.
What do you think, AC? I told y'all there's a fighter that we fuck with that he don't like. I told y'all. I just didn't tell you who the fighter was. I just didn't tell you who the fighter was.
I got Truck. Fuck that nigga. I got Truck, nigga. Fuck Jahai Tucker. That nigga not good. That nigga just in top rank. He a top rank fighter. He's good over there. Let that nigga come over here. That nigga's asleep. Fuck that nigga.
We'll see.
We fuck with Jihad over here, man. We got Jihad in that fight. Well, I got Jihad in that fight. I got Jihad in that fight, nephew. And nephew, I don't care. Nephew, like this don't change nothing. I still love you to death, but I got Jihad in that one.
I got Truck. Decision though, because Jihad got a little chin. He got little chin. He got little chin. You feel me? A little chin. He got little chin.
So we gonna see.
You know who I want to see come back at 60?
Who?
I want to see Ammo come back, man. I'm wondering what the fuck going on with Ammo.
That's like asking for old boy Ashton Sylvia or whatever his name is. Stop playing, Pete. Stop playing, AC.
Nah, Ammo was on the rise, bro. Ammo had some.
Hey, Rohan Blanco got a big fight coming up, don't he? Who he fighting?
Who, Polanco?
Yeah, who he fighting?
I didn't hear anything about him fighting.
He got something coming up, bro.
Ain't Rohan at 47?
Yeah.
So hold on, I did hear And boom, you being slick. That's why you mean he trolling. Rohan is in the is in the running for is either Rohan or Rashidi Ellis for Brian Norman there. Yeah, like I ain't know. I know I'm a content creator. As much as I talk my shit
That nigga Rohan about to beat the skin off Brian.
I gotta know. I just can't do shit.
You got Rohan beating Brian Norman?
Fuck yeah.
No,
Fuck
he like, you know what I'm saying? He
about
letting
to
me
beat
know
he
there was some
about to
shit
beat
was
the
out there.
skin off that nigga. That belt going
See
back
how
to
he trying to do me?
Welcome to the new Miguel
hold
Cotto.
on, wait. Hey,
Now,
Fresh.
here's another one of those
I know you
fights.
new to the channel.
I'm a big
Fresh. I know
fan.
you new to the channel. But you see how nephew trying to do me? Like I didn't know that shit was going down already.
Niggas want to talk about B. Norman. Tell that nigga stop ducking Rohan. Fuck wrong with him?
I'm a super big fan of Rohan Polanco, and I'm still a big fan of Brian Norman Jr. So, bro, this is another one of them bullshits, man. I'm like, damn, bro. If he fight Polanco next, man, I'm like, I don't know, bro.
It's Polanco and Rashidi, the next two names.
If he fight Rashidi, I got him beating Rashidi. If he fighting Rashidi, I got him beating Rashidi. I don't think Rashidi can take that power.
Yeah, it's Polanco or
Polanco. That's I don't know, because Polanco a dog and that boy could fight.
Yeah, that boy could fight. Say it again, but bite your tongue.
Nah, boy, you know what?
I
don't like how you ain't know. I ain't know that shit already. You thought I was clueless on that. You was waiting to drop a bomb on it. Yeah, you was waiting. You was waiting to do something like, nigga, I know this shit was already.
Ducking. Boots ain't ducking shit. It's that nigga ducking Polanco. It's time to fight that nigga. That nigga punches shit. You see how he punched that one Mexican nigga, bro? He's punching him, bro.
See, like you ain't like I ain't know.
I fucks with Polanco because Polanco throw that triple G punch.
Yeah,
he mastering that triple G punch. Well, it's really that Marciano punch, but triple G.
You know what though? Hey, boom. You know what, nephew? I'm glad you did do that because niggas be thinking I just be saying shit just to be saying shit.
Nah, for real though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you said that and you ain't even know. Nah. I saw that. Polanco or Ellis. And if you saying it's Polanco, you already got your dad. You already like, nigga, you ain't gonna beat him. So it's either see what I'm saying? So if you ain't up on it, you know what I'm saying, on what you should be on. Like I don't watch every little thing, man. Some of this shit I be like, man,
that's a good test for both of them,
tell
bro.
Them niggas stop being lost in the sauce, for real.
That's a good fight. You know, that's a good test for both of them.
That's actually reachable. I don't want to talk about fights that are not reachable. You know what I'm saying? Like them shits is fantasy fights that you can play on motherfucking on Undisputed like this and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, let's talk about shit that's actually going down. Like me in the trap. It's going down. But like if it ain't going fucking down, man, like come on, man. Like let's like you can go over there and listen to that shit to the other channel. But over here, you actually gotta know what the fuck you talking about. And if you don't, you're gonna get cooked. You're gonna get cooked if you know what the fuck you talking about.
Does Barrios knock Pacquiao out and retire him for good?
Man,
and if
fuck
Pacquiao
that
wins,
fight.
and if Pacquiao wins, what happens after that?
That fight gay. Fuck. I mean,
that fight fucks up the whole Undisputed run for Brian Norman Jr. or whoever. But
I mean, does it, man? I mean, does it? I mean,
if he's smart, if Brian, like I get the Rohan Polanco thing and all of that. But for me, if Boots is really up out of there, I keep saying this, man. Go after that IBF belt, and then you'll have two belts. You could do it in another country. You
want the Lewis Crocker fight. You want the Lewis Crocker fight.
Yeah, and then you go after Rolly.
And
Rolly
you know
don't
what
have.
fight I want?
Rolly gonna
Hey, can
be
I tell y'all
elevated,
what
or
fight
he
I
gonna
want
have
real
to
quick?
face Giasov. Giasov versus Rolly for Boots belt. I see that. So Giasov is wrapped up with Rolly because he was the mandatory that Boots was actually supposed to fight next. You feel what
Hey,
I'm saying?
Giasov could fight. Giasov
So
could fight.
so Giasov versus Rolly. Brian Norman go after Lewis Crocker in Ireland, snatch that belt, come back, and if it's Giasov or Rolly, that's a big fight. So if Pacquiao get that belt, Pacquiao out there on an island because you ain't gonna have that much leverage besides your fucking name when it comes down to what I've actually done in this division right now, most recently.
So do y'all see it, right? Y'all see it. If Boots is actually gone, so he got the IBF and the WBA. Do they elevate Rolly? 1, 2. Does he take the Lewis Crocker fight? Does he take the Rolly fight? Does he wait for Mario Barrios and Pacquiao and then
I
take
think
that?
that's what he doing, low key. I think he waiting for Mario Barrios and Pacquiao between us.
I'm like, nah, bro, stay busy. If it's gonna go down, Lewis Crocker just came off.
That
I'm
fight
not
goes
gonna say,
down and like, bro, that fight goes down in like what? A few weeks from now, to be truthfully honest with you.
oh, in a
It,
few
it
weeks.
ain't
I
that
thought it
big of
was
a
further
wait.
out. I thought it was further out. For some
It
reason,
ain't
I
that
thought it
big of
was
a
after
wait. It
September.
ain't that big of a wait.
I thought it was after December, after September. I thought that fight was.
That ain't that big of a wait. You'll be perfectly fine to go in there and see if you can get that fight come first of the year.
But what I'm saying is he's got enough room. What I'm saying is Brian Norman Jr., you could wait for that,
You
but
want
the
to take
Lewis
the Lewis
Crocker
Crocker
fight you
fight.
could get in. But for me, if it is what it is, the Lewis Crocker fight, um, or the Lewis Crocker fight is right there because there's no way I see Giasov not already trying to put that paperwork and force the WBA to have him fight Rolly instead of elevating Rolly, have him fight Rolly for that vacant WBA belt. So I think Giasov and Rolly are locked in. You feel what I'm saying? It's Lewis Crocker is the dude that's waiting out on the what's the name? Because Patty Donovan was just disqualified in their last fight. So if B Norm is in,
Hey,
he coming back doing what doing what he did. He got a lot of movement behind him. Lewis Crocker right there, bro.
Hey, Blue, you pulled up at the end, man. It was good.
what's good? What's good? What's good? Yes,
Hey, so the
sir.
fight I truly want is Ray Savage. I really want to see Ray Savage for a belt. Who belt y'all think I want to see him fight for? Ooh, sorry.
What weight class is Ray Savage in, bro?
30?
You said 30?
Yep. Just go scope out the champions real quick and then just take one guess. And if you're wrong, I'm gonna say it. If you're right,
I don't see his name at 30.
he should be at 130. He ain't at 26.
I'm gonna tell you the champions at 30 is Eduardo Nunez, IBF. Lamont Roach still got he got the WBA. O'Shea, he got the WBC, and Navarrete got the WBO.
All right. So you don't see.
Raymond Ford.
Yeah.
I mean, across the board, what Raymond Ford is fourth in the IBF. He's fourth in the WBA. I don't see him in he's fourth in WBC and he's fifth in WBO.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see Ray Savage against Eduardo Nunez, bro. I want him and Nunez to just go ahead and get it on. And then after that, let's see Savage versus Navarrete. Or let's see Navarrete versus Roach. But obviously Roach will take that belt. Hey, where Nick Ball at? He at 26 or 30?
I think Nick is at, let me see.
I
He's
thought he
at
was at
30, I
30.
think.
Yeah, he got the
He's at
WBA
30.
at 26.
Yeah, he got at the
Oh,
WBA at 26.
126?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got
I
the
want to see
I think
WBA.
he's
Ball.
at 30.
I want to see Ball at. I want to see Ball and Bam Rodriguez.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, Graham was gonna win there. Graham won there.
That's 2 weight classes.
You said what?
That matter of fact, that's 3.
Damn, I thought Bam was at 20
But
or
that was at
26.
115, right?
No,
Bam's
but
at Bam's
yeah,
at Bam's at 115.
Yeah,
but here's the thing
115.
about Ball. The last I heard about Ball, he's either going after Espinoza or he's going after Angelo Leo. He wants to unify with one of those two dudes. He wanted to unify. I
Leo could
heard him
fight.
kind of
Angelo Leo
mention
could fight. I like
Fulton,
Angelo.
but Fulton is talking other things, so I don't know.
Yeah, fuck that nigga.
But I also heard rumblings that Shushu is trying to go after Ball or Angelo Leo. No, I think it's Ball. But he's right there, number one for Espinoza's belt, number two for Nick Ball's belt. So I don't know what Shushu got lined up at 26, but
I hope Sushu get in the mix, but it's looking like he's still gonna be on that waiting list, my boy.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like his last outing, yeah, he looked impressive, but I don't know if that gets him one
Yeah,
of these guys. You
yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
Sparring Aaron the plumber ain't gonna get him no fucking fight either. So
Yeah, so
it's that clown shit I be talking about, bro. That clown shit I be talking about.
yeah, and Leo just came off a solid performance. So
Yeah, wasn't it? And don't he got the IBF?
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, Leo, nice man.
Yeah, I like Leo. I like Angelo Leo. So yeah, I don't know if I think he might be if he ain't getting no
Hey,
title
see, you like
shot
a lot of
recently.
niggas, huh?
Yeah, I like a lot of no not really famous dudes, but I feel that their fighting styles or whatever. Angelo
Yeah,
Leo
no,
made
I
his
can
name
highly,
because
no,
he damn near got
I
that knockout of the
seriously
year.
highly agree with that. I seriously highly agree with that because there's a lot of dudes that don't have big names that are actually good. So I can
Yeah,
seriously highly agree.
yeah. So I mean, for me, the nature what attracted me to this channel like that was, when it when shit is get out of your feelings and
Yep,
find a new fighter instead of your favorite fighter, because
yep.
it's we looking at a whole new different groups of fighters that are coming in. You feel what I'm saying? And some of these little dudes are nice. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a keep speaking of this kid's name because I done seen like three of his fights. I done seen three of his fights, and all three of his fights, I was very impressed with him. And that's Keith Colon Rodriguez.
I'm very impressed with Ernesto Mercado.
Yeah,
He don't,
Mercado is nice though. I fucks
yeah,
with Mercado.
yeah. I'm impressed with him right now. I
You
ain't gonna
know,
lie. I want to see who he gonna get the challenge and who he gonna get in there with because he kind of good, bro. I ain't gonna front my move.
yeah, like Polanco. I just recently, I would say like in the last year and a half, I really got hip to Polanco and shit like that. I didn't really see a lot of what was going on for him at 140, but maybe that's because dudes wasn't trying to get in the ring with him at 140s. But at
That's
47,
a
I
big
thought,
140 pounder.
yeah, definitely. So at 47, I saw. I think he only had two fights at 47, but I like both the fights that I saw.
Yeah.
But he's coming up on two fights. He ain't got a lot of fights at 47. So I'm definitely
He
liking.
still does do pretty solid at 47 though. I like Polanco.
Yeah,
Ain't
yeah.
that right? Ain't that right, Pop? Ain't that right?
Facts of life.
Uh-huh. Polanco, nigga.
I
So
mean, I'm just saying, like, you acting like I don't know what you were saying.
and
No,
here's
no.
the thing. I'm really liking this. I don't know if y'all may like him, but I'm starting to become a fan of Omar Trinidad. I just want to see him do. I want to see more of his fights though. I kind of like this kid.
Well,
I know who he talking about, and he cool or whatever. You know
Yeah,
how
he's
that.
cool. He got a lot to grow. You
Yeah,
know, he's
yeah.
he's
Y'all
he,
know who need to get the fuck out the way? Richard Torres.
yeah, bro.
Oh
That
shit.
dude he's
Or
garbage. Listen. I hate to say that a professional boxer is garbage because you'll beat my ass 30 days to Sunday, but like I don't like that fighting style. I don't like the putting your head down and winging shit like that.
Hey, this all I gotta say.
I seriously want him to just get in there with somebody that's actually good so they can knock him the fuck out and possibly just let him know, listen,
You had a good run, buddy.
you either fix your style or get the fuck up out of boxing.
Nah. Hey, listen,
Man,
this
who
all I
putting
gotta
up
say
the
about that.
dishes,
I got
man?
I got a fighter that I want to know what y'all think of. What about Dean the Great?
Man, stop fucking playing, bro. Get this
I mean, for
man.
real. You know how like he's buzzing, but I don't like him like that. But I
Who?
don't know.
Bro, you're
I don't
bugging,
like.
bro.
Talking about a YouTuber.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like get out of here with the Jake Paul shit, bro. Please. If they
I
on
thought
Um,
he fights.
misfit, we
He
ain't
fights
even gonna talk
professional.
about
Doesn't
them.
he
If they
fight for?
hey, if they misfit fighters, yeah, we good. But let's just talk about somebody else.
Hey, he fight. Doesn't he fight for some? He fights. I don't know. I thought he was ranked.
Hey, bro, fuck that nigga and fuck what he do. He's butt.
I
For real. Tell
don't
that
like him
nigga.
like that because
No, tell
he
that
tried to
nigga.
holler at Shakur like he was somebody.
No, it's not
Shakur's
even
like
that, bro. It's not even that. It's
Shakur was
just
like,
simple
who are
fact
you,
that
bro? Like Shakur was like, who are you? That's why I'm saying what I'm saying.
no,
he's
it's
a
just
YouTuber.
yeah, bro. It's just that shit
He was
right
trying to
there.
get
Like,
clout.
yeah, but like,
Let me ask y'all this question though. Do y'all still think that there's room in boxing for George Kambosos?
Yeah, he
ooh.
could be a gatekeeper.
Oh, so we want another Erickson Lubin?
Cambosis need to retire, bro. What's that? 4 L's in a row he done took.
But look at, I mean, he's fighting the best guys. He's fighting guys that are going on to do,
All right, well, just tell
you
that
know,
nigga
I
to
think
be.
I think
there
I
ain't no
think
Max. There,
prospects.
tell him,
I think
just tell
prospects will wind up
Cambosos
beating
that
him.
tell Cambosos there ain't no more Maxie Hughes left. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see him as a gatekeeper, but I still think that there's a place because for me, if you're not prepared, George Kambosos will beat you. His counterpunching is highly underrated. You get in close and you get in with striking distance with Kambosos. He's good with a decent pull counter, and he will counter you with an
hey, bro, get off the
overhand shot
bullshit.
or
This
a
ain't
hook.
2021, bro. Stop it.
Huh?
I said this ain't 2021, bro. Stop it.
But what I'm saying is for the young guys and if he's a gatekeeper, you got a young guy you really want to see if he's where you think he is. Put him in
Maybe
there with a
somebody
George
is 2-0
Kambosos,
AC.
huh?
Maybe somebody is 2-0 AC. Maybe that.
Oh,
But
come on,
outside of
y'all!
that, I
Oh,
think.
that's disrespectful. That is
I mean,
disrespectful.
Hey, tell that nigga
I
pack his
mean,
shit up.
That is
Tell him pack
somebody
that shit up,
somebody
bro.
15-0 with like somebody with like 15-0 up and coming. Let's say 12-0,
Tell
and
him pack
maybe
that
7
shit
yeah,
up.
knockout.
yeah. I want to see where my young fighter is. He's somewhere between
Hey yo,
17
hey,
and
listen.
12 and 0.
Hey, listen. Let me
Pack
tell
that
y'all
shit
something
up.
real quick. Hold on,
Where's Cambosos at? 140? 140?
Yeah.
yeah, 140.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't think Abdullah will wash him?
Hold
Abdullah
on.
knocked him the fuck out.
Listen, for y'all who didn't click the link when you should have, you're gonna miss this VIP session in the back. I appreciate everybody that pulled up, but we gonna close right here, and the VIP session is gonna be totally different because niggas get to say what they really want. You should have been here. Not my fault.
Hey,
So
thanks everybody for tapping in, man.
for
Real
sure.
shit.
Yeah.
All right, he's got 2 losses to Devin Haney, 1 loss to Lomachenko,
I'm gonna holler
and
at
1 loss
y'all.
to Hitchens. Like, bro.